Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Jedi. Today we're going to look at the top 10 things you can do to get better sleep every night. So let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Jedi. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Jedi. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Jedi. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Jedi. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Jedi. Number one is by increasing bright light exposure during the day. So during the day, usually when you go outside, you get the sun and stuff like that. But inside, when you're at your home, like increasing the lights, it will actually help your body clock better, because we all know that our body has a clock. And usually when you get jet lag and stuff, when you go to different countries, you can see that that clock changes. But our body clock is actually works actually a lot better if we get like a lot of bright light in the morning and like when we're actually doing stuff on the day. So that's why people always say that you should have more bright light, because that helps you sleep better at night, because then your body can get used to both the extremes, where you have the extreme of like a lot of light, so your body's just up and active, and then at night when you turn off all the lights, which is another point that we're going to get to, you start sleeping a lot better because you're in the dark and your body, like, you're basically telling your body like psychologically that it's night, so go to bed. Number two is to reduce blue light exposure. What is blue light? Blue light is phones, devices, all smartphones emit blue light, and this could be really bad for you at night especially. But during the evening, right before you sleep, about 2 to 3 hours before you sleep, it's always good to kind of like bring it down. I mean, I'm not saying that do not go on your phones. Of course, it's better if you don't go on your phones or anything, but just bringing it down or lowering the brightness, going into night shift mode on all of your devices, it really helps a lot, because that kind of like helps your body slowly go down, instead of it being like really bright and you not being able to sleep because of that. So that has a direct effect on how you sleep. So next time you can't sleep properly, maybe try 2 to 3 hours before you sleep, of actually reducing the brightness on your devices. Consuming caffeine late in the day. So we all know that caffeine is one of those drugs that really gets your heart rate going and gets you active. So it's really good in the morning when you consume it. I mean, it's not really good, but it's better in the morning than at night, because at night it gives you all that, or in the morning it gives you all the energy that you need. But at night, that's when you start having too much energy and you can't go to sleep. So it's like a direct correlation. When you drink coffee, you have more caffeine. So when you go to bed, you're still like fully caffeinated. So then you're not able to sleep. So with coffee, it's like a 5 to 6 hour thing. So let's just say I go to bed at 10. At 4 o'clock, I would stop drinking coffee. So like if you're some of those people who like having like your evening coffee, maybe make that like, like 5 to 6 hours before you go to bed. So you don't make that like, an hour or right before you go to bed, because that could really stop you from getting a good night's sleep. Number four is to completely reduce or eliminate daytime naps. So daytime naps, as kids, we were all told to do it, and it does have its effects. Like, for example, if you sleep really late and wake up really early, the daytime nap could fill that gap in, so you get more sleep during the day. That way it kind of compensates. But daytime naps do jeopardize your sleeping habits, though, because since you are getting that sleep at night, your body doesn't really go into that full sleep mode, and it's probably not that tired because you already slept during the day. So then you're not able to go to sleep bed as early as you would if you didn't have that nap. So if you nap for like 3 to 4 hours now, maybe like reducing that to like an hour or 2 hours. Just like completely reducing it, little by little, like 15 minutes maybe, and then to the point where you can get it to 0. Because if you want to sleep a lot better at night, getting rid of those power naps definitely helps. Number 5 is consistency. So every single day, there's usually three types of people. Number one, the perfectionist. None of us are really that, people that go to bed exactly at 10 and wake up exactly at 6. Yeah, that's really hard, but there are some of you guys who do that, and if you're doing that, that's great, keep it up. Number 2 is I try to get to bed early, and I usually do. So we're looking at I sleep at 8, 9, 10-ish, and then every single day in the morning I wake up at 5, 6, 7-ish. So you have like a 3 hour gap that you usually go into bed at. And then number 3, we have the extremist, who are like, some days I go to bed at 2, some days I go to bed at 8, some days I go to bed at 5, some days I go to bed at 1, Like when you're like jumping that much and you're waking up at like 12, 1, 3 afternoon, when you're jumping around that much, that's when you are completely like messing with your body cycle. So your body clock is not able to keep up with your inconsistent schedule. So that's probably why you're not being able to sleep properly. So being consistent really helps. So maybe like setting an alarm a little earlier in the morning. So setting an alarm one day would actually help a lot, because if you sleep really if you sleep really like irregularly, one day in the morning you could set an alarm for like a specific time. So that one day is going to be really hard for you to wake up. But if you power yourself to wake up and you don't sleep throughout the day, then your body clock automatically kind of gets reset, because you need to go to bed early because you lost some sleep. So that's how you kind of reset your body clock if you're kind of in that messed up state right now. Number six, this is like more like an extreme case where like if you have insomnia or you cannot sleep, like you're just like done. First of all, if that's really you, maybe you should go to the doctor and consult. But you want like a quick fix, like today, right now. You're probably watching this because you can't sleep right now. What do? Probably melatonin. Melatonin is really good. Taking a melatonin supplement and getting like the non-addictive ones that are over the counter in most pharmacies, it helps a lot because it gets you to bed like that. So you get to bed right away and you don't got to worry about anything. So it kind of sets your schedule. So you go to bed early and you take it. So if you can't go to bed, you take a melatonin, go to bed, and then maybe take it for like 2 to 3 days. Take the non-addictive one, so that way you don't get addicted to it. Take it about 1 or 2 days, 3 days max, and then usually that does help you get into your cycle. So yeah, number 7 is alcohol consumption. So when you drink alcohol, you automatically are setting you're kind of messing with your body clock also, because when you drink alcohol right before bed, you usually pass out, and if you drink a lot of alcohol, you're just done. And then the next day morning you wake up with a hangover and you had a headache and you wake up late and stuff like that. So then it's usually best to keep alcohol consumption to like specific amounts, so you know how much you're drinking. Maybe like, okay, if 5 glasses of wine takes me out, maybe today I'll do 2. So you kind of take it chill, and then you don't really like drink too much. So alcohol consumption definitely like reacts to your body cycle. So taking a little bit of alcohol is always better than taking a lot. Number 8 is to set your bedroom temperature the way you like it. So usually on days that you go to sleep a lot, and like the days that you feel like, wow, today I had an amazing sleep, you wake up the next day and you kind of realize, wow, this temperature was really good. Usually most people are like the normal temperature, like the room temperature people, who say that, I don't want it to be too cold, because if it's too cold, then you can't go to bed and like you're kind of freezing under your blankets. And if it's too hot, then you also can't go to bed because you're just like taking off everything and you're just like, oh my god. So usually people want it to be right in the middle, so like room temperature, and that usually helps. But always try to make it a little bit colder than what you usually sleep at. So because like when it's colder, that way like when you wear layers, or when you like wrap it up in your blankets, when you're wrapping up in your blankets, you kind of like feel that warmth. So then when it's really cold and you feel that warmth, that really like helps you sleep a lot better. And yeah, just like playing with your temperature, it helps a lot. And not your body temperature, but the room temperature. All right, next up we have relaxing your mind and just clearing your thoughts. So I'm gonna give you guys a scenario right now. You come home from work, school, anything, and the first thing you do is you walk in your home, and you see your kids, wife, or anybody. Let's say you see your kids playing, and you yell at them, and now you're mad at them, they're mad at you, you guys are fighting. Next you walk in, and then you see your spouse, you fight them. Now you guys are like in a full-on fight, it's fully stressed, and you have work, and you fought with your manager. So this is like the worst day possible. Are you gonna go to bed and be like, oh yeah, all good, you're gonna go to bed? Probably not. The chances are you're probably gonna be up thinking about that, working, and like, trying to cope up with that stress somehow. What's the best way to avoid this? Basically not stressing. So if there's 2 ways to do this. Number 1, let's just say you're the kind of person who are like, you know what, I'm a really peaceful person. I can walk in one day and I can just be completely quiet, not mess with anybody, be really nice to my kids, be really nice to my family, take everything really relaxed, and just completely mellow down. If that's you, great, go do it. But now we have the second we have the second group, where it's like most of us, the normal amount, who usually say, you know what, man, I can't control my anger. Even if I can control my anger, I can't cope up with it, so I gotta take it out on somebody. So that's why I get into fights all the time. How do you calm that down? Meditation. Meditating helps a lot. So just sitting there and doing nothing really clears your mind. So just like completely like blanking out, just like completely blacking out your head and just lying there. Usually you'll fall asleep too. But just thinking about and if you can't focus on like anything, like for example, you have to focus on something, might as well just focus on something that's like nice to you, like, oh my god, think about you right now just floating in like $1,000,000. You know, if that helps you, great. Or you're swimming in ice cream, or you get to eat anything you want and stuff like that, or you're traveling. Thinking of something that you like while just lying there and just like completely quiet, it really helps a lot. Last up is just to get a comfortable environment. So if you come home and you're sleeping on the floor and there's a bunch of bricks and you can hear the car noises and you're just sleeping in like the middle of like a bunch of thorns and there's snakes and stuff going around you, are you gonna be able to sleep? Yeah, chances are you're probably gonna be running out the door. But most of you guys were sleeping at home, and then you're saying, and you wake up in the morning and you start feeling back aches, neck aches, and you're like, oh my god, today was horrible, horrible sleep day. So you go to work and it's horrible and everything is horrible. So how do you fix that? By testing out what you like. So when you're sleeping on your mattress, if you don't like your mattress, maybe it's time to change it out. And if you see your pillows like causing you neck problems, maybe see why it's causing you neck problems. See, like, monitor how you're sleeping. So like if you're sleeping with your pillow and you're like laying straight back on your pillow and then like there's no neck support, maybe you need some neck support. And if you're sleeping and your back hurts, maybe you need like a wedge. So there's like a lot of different things that you could do. And you go to so many mattress stores and you can just go lie down and test it out and see how it works. And you could always just talk to the people there and they're probably gonna help you out. So make sure you guys sleep because it's super important. And yeah, if you can't sleep, and if you can't sleep because of somebody, maybe it's time to kick them out, man. Like if someone's keeping you awake, why aren't they in bed? Go find that out and go solve that first. So make sure you guys sleep. Sleep is super important. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That's also very important. And if you're not gonna listen to me say it, maybe you should listen to
Like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
Yeah, listen to her. Make sure you guys do that. Also follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time.